Okay, we're going to talk a little bit today about a drill that's designed to help casting. And all we're going to try to do with Will is try to keep his hands inside the ball as long as possible. Now, let's move forward so you can see what I mean. The yellow line is the pitch line. So we're going to kind of estimate where the ball is going to end up as it comes into the hitting zone here. He actually makes contact here. But where we're trying to get him to make contact is way back here, somewhere in this area. And the reason being is right now you see that his lead arm is locked. He's got a really good angle. He's keeping his hands inside the ball as long as physically possible. Now, if he's dead late on this inside pitch, he would hit it back in here someplace. But he would hit it on the sweet spot of the bat. As he gets closer to here, you can tell at this moment that he's late. He's hit this off the handle side of the sweet spot. To be 100% on time, he'd have to hit it way out here where the ball first comes into that zone. For him to get fully extended and where the barrel crosses that line, he's going to be somewhere out in this range. So those are three very distinctive, different contact zones. The one that's on time would be way out here. The one that actually happens is right in here someplace. And what we would like to have happen in order to hit it more on the sweet spot and to make the drill a better drill is to hit it dead late as physically possible. So in his mind, he's trying to hit the ball directly beside himself and just be completely horribly late. But what happens is the way the arc of the bat works, it comes into the zone here, and then the barrel itself is out there, and then it comes back into that line somewhere in here. And the reason that's important, and I'm not talking about below the line, I'm talking about in that same plane. So his barrel, as you can tell, is pretty much right in line with the pitch, and it stays in that line for a pretty long period of time. But what I'm talking about now is the sweet spot of the bat. Right here, he's hitting it at that point. If he were to get out here, he'd hit it on the sweet spot. And if he were to hit it way back here, he would hit it on the sweet spot. So there's two places he can hit it on the sweet spot. One is dead late, and one is right on time. Now, this one isn't going to be at full pop if he hits it way back here, but he is going to hit it pretty solid because he's staying inside the ball and the barrel is lagging. The only place that he's going to hit it and have it be the worst possibility is right through here. Now, even though this is probably going to result in a fisted hit a fairly often amount of the time because he's got a good swing and he's completing the swing and he's probably at about 60% of his efficiency. But the point of today is that there's two places you can hit it. One out here, one way back here, and still get the sweet spot of the bat on the ball. So as a drill, one of the things that I recommend highly is trying to learn how to keep this extended, keep your hands inside the ball, this is where I lose a lot of people because they fear the lead arm getting locked out because they think it's a longer swing and you can't possibly do that. The truth is that you can do both. You can keep the lead arm extended and keep this angle severe and hold it as long as you want to. And as a drill, that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to hit it at the very farthest point. We end up hitting it in the middle, but he could hit it at all three of those places and anywhere in between for that matter. But to make the drill happen right, and let's just take a look at a couple more. Some of these may be on a different swing line, but you can see he releases his angle way too early here. Although he has kept it for a while, he's still releasing it, and I shouldn't say way early. It's kind of on time to a little bit early, but that bat lag angle isn't perfect. And what we're trying to work on is trying to keep the lead arm extended and keep the barrel in this loaded position longer. He's released it early here as well. So even though the goal is to try to make that happen, it's still difficult. And I'm trying to talk him through this part right here and telling him to hit it right beside himself. So he's just dead late. And this is, you can see, is going to be one of those that blows him up a little bit. but it's really close to what we're trying to accomplish. Lead arm extended, great angle, hitting it really late where the fat part of the bat has a chance. He's still a little early to this perfect contact back here, and when I say perfect, I mean dead late perfect contact, but it's really close. So I would call that a really good rep. We're trying to take inside pitches and hit them to right field. And it does a bunch of things. Number one, it teaches you bat lag, and that's the main purpose of what we're trying to work on today, was trying to get that bat lag better. But it also teaches you a sense of timing, because if there's 3 basic areas where you're going to hit this thing, and we've already talked about where perfect would be when the barrel crosses the line of the pitch, way up here. So somewhere in here is where perfect contact would be, somewhere between this line. And where he actually hits it is midway between the other perfect contact point, which is dead late and not at 100% power, but he will hit it on the fat part of the bat. So that's kind of the point of today, is there's 2 places that you can hit it and have the sweet spot be at exactly the right point. And to try to learn that is going to help you both with your mental timing as to how to time a pitch in 2 different distinct areas, this one way back here, this one way out here, which would have a very dramatic effective velocity difference. But he's learning both of those 2 things, how to hold that angle longer while still staying extended with the lead arm, and then also how to delay that bat head for the longest time possible.